It is now my honor to introduce our 2022 salutatorian, graduating with a GPA of 5.565 and attending the University of Texas at Dallas studying the field of computer science, Vimal Sebastian.
Good afternoon to all parents, teachers, administrators, faculty members, and the class of 2022. I want to first thank my loving family, friends, relatives in India who are probably watching a live stream of this somewhere in the depths of Facebook or WhatsApp. And finally, Almighty God, who has blessed me here to be standing before you all today as the Garland High School class of 2022 salutatorian. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for putting up with me for 18 excruciating years, making selfless sacrifices that I take for granted every day, and for always standing by my side and supporting me in times of need. Making it through the various hardships these past 4 years was no easy feat, not for us nor our staff. In fact, I want to extend gratitude to all the teachers, staff members, coaches, janitors, lunch ladies, and bus drivers who have all tirelessly gone above and beyond what was expected of them to help all of us be able to walk the stage today. Freshman year, we didn't know what we were doing. And did I mention how the entire back lot of our school was under construction the whole time? It was pretty ugly. Talk about first impressions. Oh, but at least it was our last normal in-person school year. I mean, sophomore year, who remembers that? What we all remember is March of 2020, where we got one extended spring break after another, and oh, it's summertime. But all of a sudden, we used this thing called Canvas instead of Google Classroom. Like, man, I just know the teachers were smiling the moment they figured out how to assign timed quizzes to us. And then came 11th grade. Our entire junior year was online, hurting students and teachers alike. It sure was great, setting an alarm at 7:29 a.m. just to be 30 minutes late to class and tell the teachers it was because of Wi-Fi problems. Oh my gosh. But other times, it was frankly hard to concentrate and stay motivated. To make matters worse, we randomly lost our Google profile pictures, leaving the teachers having to stare at monotone letters on their Google Meet screen instead of, like, Mike Wazowski photoshopped it to a chimpanzee. That was one of y'all's profile pictures. But it was also pretty enjoyable, tuning into a new class just to mute the tab and resume your daily Netflix. I didn't do that, by the way. And now this year, in addition to the pandemic, we were hit with a heavy case of acute senioritis. Now we had cars and actual parking lots not under construction, and more freedom to take advantage of the closed campus. As a matter of fact, I want to shout out Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, that donut shop down the street. For all stepping up to the occasion. As a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by those companies, but that does not mean I'm not open to a deal. We were hit with an in-person school year that demanded us of our attentiveness, discipline, and work ethic we forgot we had. These assignments were a pain in the butt. However, we still supported each other along the way. Speaking of support, I got to shout out my man Sal Khan of Khan Academy, who taught entire AP courses to all of us. And we can't forget about Quizlet and SparkNotes for providing us with that necessary cramming on tests we definitely didn't study for. This ceremony will be a closing chapter to our lives and the beginning of a new one. But this new chapter is different in that we won't be able to spark notes our way through the pages of our new lives, our new stories. We must all set our own path and dedicate ourselves to the next milestone. We must remind ourselves that throughout all the obstacles we faced, we demonstrated a unique level of resilience in the face of adversity, as a testament to show that our circumstances aren't what define us, but rather the way we persevere in spite of those circumstances. That's right, I'm talking about when they blocked Adobe Flash games on our Chromebooks and we switched to playing Snake instead. We must also not lose sight of who we become. From the days of Tyrese Maxey, the difficulty in our athletic competition has never dwindled, but our own aptitude skyrocketed, with our varsity basketball team going from an 18-loss record freshman year to making it to the regional finals this year. The farthest Garland High School has reached in history. And we all remember how terrible our freshman football season was. But we also remember our 5-star recruits sitting here today carrying us to an undefeated season earlier this year. And that's just a fraction of the things I could brag about, as Ms. Hines previously elaborated. But you know, I won't miss the moldy ceilings, the persistent gas leaks, and I certainly won't miss taking those IB exams in the freezing gym. I will miss all the friends and lifelong relationships we built along the way that made this experience worth it, and also prom. Before ending off, I would like for everyone to take a brief moment of silence to recognize the 21 fallen students and teachers of Robb Elementary School who are no longer with us during the incident in Uvalde, Texas, as well as other victims of gun violence this year. In our 4 years of high school, we are blessed to never have such an event occur at Garland, and I hope we can keep it that way. But dear class of 2022, remember that this is just the beginning and not the end. It's time we fly away from the owl's nest and find light in the darkness that surrounds us. Thank you, everyone. Peace out and Giga Mouse.